Hey guys, so what's up? Last time, I showed you how I deal or how I make um, pointy-ended props with rubber. So this time, I'm gonna show you how I deal with making cone shapes. So first up, we have to draw the pattern. So in order to do that, we start by finding the measurement or so we can control the width or the circumference or the height of the cone, uh, in which we can somehow predict how it's going to come out. So how to do that? First, using a pattern paper, or usually I use cartolina, but this time I'm gonna use this Oslo sheet of paper. So I'm gonna draw first a horizontal line like this, and then from the center I'm gonna make another cross line, a vertical cross line. Make sure it's 90 degrees like that. So now the formula for making the cone shape usually is the so I'm not sure how you do this, but the x and y axis. But anyway, so let's say this is the your x axis and this is your y axis. So the x axis will be your height of the cone, and then the y axis will be the width or the base width of the cone. So for example, you want the cone to be like, let's say, around 5 centimeter. Oh no, let's make it bigger. Let's make it around 7 centimeters. Okay, so from the center point we mark a 7 centimeter here. Okay, now let's say, for example, we want it to be around 8 centimeters width. So 8 divided by 2, that's 4. So we put the center on here, then we mark here like that, and then we just connect these lines here from the x to the y axis like that. Now, using a compass, we use this peak point here as the center for the pointy end of the compass, and then we just connect the pen here on the other end, and that will be the circumference, your guide for the circumference of your cone. Okay, so now we just need to apply this length here. So this is basically going to be the radius for the cone pattern. We can directly apply this onto the rubber like so. So if you notice, I didn't make it into a full circle. I just use like that, like a half circle, because looking at the pattern here, it's not really that wide. Well, if we connect this here, it's not really that wide, so I'm assuming should be close to, or actually about this range from the circle. So we just make this, and then we just estimate from here. So if you notice, this radius here is this line here represented here, and then this circumference here is represented here. But if you place it on a side view, it would look like this cone shape, this triangular shape. So now we're gonna cut this, and again the tricky part with cutting is you have to cut it in an angled way on this side, then following through the line. Just cut it all the way to the end like that. Okay, now we just cut this end here. We start from the center in an angled line here, and then moving towards. Now as we move further away, we start to shift it to a straight cut there. Then we just move this first, then let's see how much of the circumference we can make out of these. So wait, so now from here, from the baseline, we follow the shape for the circle, and this will be the base width of your cone. Now if you want it smaller, then you just have to make adjustments, but basically, so from any of the edges here, you can start it here and then just use the guide, use it for a guide along your patterns. So when you meet here, you can put a mark here so you won't get lost, because the rubber tends to move a lot or resist the folding. Then you can follow through here all the way to the other end. See, we just made it through here. We didn't even get to this line here. So now I'm gonna draw a connecting line from these 2 points like that. Then we just trim it off. Again, from the edge here, we start with a straight cut. Then as we move closer to the center, we start to shift it to an angled cut like that. Then we just mark the middle part here, middle section, draw a line from here to there. Then we can make a small V-shaped cut here. This will help in making it more pointy, also to lessen the resistance from the rubber when you start folding it. You can also add more of it from in the middle section, like here and here. That is up to you. That depends on how pointy you want your cone is. It doesn't have to be that long. You just have to make a cut. Like that. I'm not sure if you can see, but yeah, like that. So that when you start folding it, it will lessen the resistance from the pointy end. Now, as always, we just use our super glue and apply minimal amount, like a tiny droplets of it. Wait, I think this hose is clogged. Wait. There. So just tiny droplets of the glue here. And then we start sticking them together. Again, starting from the end, from the outer side, going in slowly, making the adhesive do its thing as you reach to the tip. Then just put in more of the glue there until you reach the tip point. There, and there you have it. Just apply a bit more massage in there Yeah. Then there you have it. There you have your cone. So with this formula here, you can control how high the cone will be or how wide you want it. So there, it's a very basic and very simple way to control your cone making. So I hope you like it, and I hope you share and subscribe to my channel. And that's it for today. Until the next crafting session, peace out.